The new Baz Luhrmann film, Elvis, is now out in theaters. What did I think about it? Well, let's talk about it. Hey guys, my name is Joseph Curtis, and if you love movies just as much as me, you have come to the right place, my friend. Now do me a huge solid, click that like and subscribe button, and also if you want to follow me on the following social platforms, that would be great as well. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about Elvis. From his childhood in Mississippi to his rise to stardom starting in Memphis, Tennessee, and his conquering of Las Vegas, Nevada, Elvis Presley becomes the first rock and roll star and changes the world with his music. Now I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret. I actually know Austin Butler. Okay, not personally, but I've seen him in Hannah Montana. He was great in that. And also, I believe he's the ex of Vanessa Ann Hudgens. RIP to their relationship. But anyways, you wanna know what's not sad? Austin Butler playing Elvis. Let's just get into it. Let's talk about what worked with Elvis.
Give him a warm hayride welcome, Mr. Elvis Presley.
Austin Butler deserves every single nomination that is coming his way when it comes to this performance of Elvis. He is just amazing. He's not just amazing, he's phenomenal. He is groundbreaking. I honestly forgot what Elvis looked like because he was that good. He embodied him. I believe he basically did a whole method acting thing where he literally was Elvis for 2 years. Obviously, probably during filming and everything, maybe he did like 6 months of like prepping his voice, or maybe a whole year. If anybody has anything to say about method acting, I guess it really does work because it shows with the work that he had to put in this film. And I'm not lying, like there are certain performances that you just forget that you are watching a movie. You actually feel like you are in the world that the movie is trying to showcase to you. And for this film, and it was actually funny, I was talking to somebody about entertainment, and there was a specific show that I was watching, and I remember just getting the feeling of, these are just actors. And yes, I know, Austin Butler is an actor, Tom Hanks is an actor, people in shows and movies, they're actors, but there's a difference when you know something is groundbreaking, or you know when something is better than it's just better than good, it's better than average, it's better than mediocre. When you feel lost in a world, because whenever these actors are saying their lines, you feel like that's actually his raw emotions. You really believe that he is this character. And I was very just amazed with what they were able to do with the narration of this film, because it kind of took me aback, and I was like, no, don't be a movie like this. I want it to actually be about Elvis. Don't worry, it is about Elvis, but it's from another person's perspective, while you're also getting Elvis's perspective as well. It kind of sounds confusing, but it's really simple. Anyways, this movie, you just feel completely just engrossed in it, and I just love when a film just makes you feel the emotions. It's not just lines. And that's what they are. They're just lines on a paper that these people had to memorize. But no, I really felt like Austin Butler made Elvis a part of his life and made him, like every single line that he had to say in this film, it was something that he had to relate to. And that's why he's gonna get the Best Actor nomination. At this point, he's gonna win, but we're still like 6-7 months away till the deadline. But right now, he's going to win. But God, I love this movie. The performances are incredible. And when it comes to the style and the scope, I'll get to the style in a second. But the scope in this film, it feels large. It feels larger than life. It feels epic. And I love when biopic films do this thing where you just are in their life. You get the feeling of what it means to be famous, especially in this time period. It was so different. And for Elvis to break the boundaries of society back then, it reminds me of certain issues that we have today where people just don't want to change. And there are just certain things, there are certain time periods where things have to move. And Elvis was moving things. And you get that. You get the size of it. You get the depth of it, not just in a entertainment scale, but in a political, in a government scale. And with that, the style in this film, you're obviously going to get stylistic, crazy choices because it's Baz Luhrmann. I mean, look at that thing. That logo speaks crazy, speaks bombastic, speaks just awesomeness, honestly, because I loved it. And some people won't like that. And there are certain aspects of the style that I didn't quite like as well, but majority of the choices that he makes, with the quick camera shots, with the zoom in, the fade outs, multiple different layers of you see Austin Butler's Elvis singing a song and then all of a sudden they're on tour. It's just awesome to see. And that's just a little example. The animation, yeah, there's an animation sequence in this, a cartoon comic book style sequence. I really love that. I didn't expect that in this film, but shoot, it's Baz Luhrmann. You got to throw away all the expectations out the door when it comes to the way he envisions something. And I love that. I love how he sees something and he goes for it. And when it comes to the flaws of this film, I really only have one, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about what didn't work with Elvis.
Tomorrow, all of America will be talking about Elvis Presley.
Try not to move around so much during the tape.
So when it comes to the style of this film, like I said previously, it is very fast, it's bombastic, it's crazy, it's all over the place, and I love that. But it's not all over the place in the sense of there's no purpose for it or it's just random. No, there is a distinct style in this film. But for some people, and this is including me, I felt like the first hour, the first act, and bleeding into the second act, there are certain emotional story beats that I wish that just breathed a little bit longer. But because of the style that Baz Luhrmann is, like, it's just who he is, I felt like it kind of just brushed over those things. It was almost like a quick recap of Elvis's life with certain things. And I understand that they have to go through, like, what he wanted to do was showcase his whole life story from beginning to literal end. I get that, and that's probably why the movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes. But when it came to crucial moments with certain characters that are very well connected to the Elvis story, I didn't really resonate with it because it just felt so fast. Overall, this story depicts a man that had love, that had compassion, that had endurance to keep on going. But it was also a story that was a cautionary tale to warn people of the industry that can sometimes be really sneaky and just do some despicable things to people and exploit them for their giftings. And I was completely blown away with this film. It's a beautiful experience. It's one of my favorite performances, if not the best performance of this year so far. And I truly believe Austin Butler has a beautiful career ahead of him. This is going to make him a star, and I cannot wait to see him in Dune Part 2. Anyways, I'm going to give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, most importantly, do not forget to be blessed.